Hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you our first experience decaling Lego clones. A decal is a special piece of paper with a design on it. When in contact with water, the design can be moved off the paper backing and onto another object. This is similar to a sticker. Decals are not just used for Lego, but they are often used on plastic models as well. When you start decaling a Lego figure, you will need many supplies. These include tweezers, an X-Acto knife, a bowl to put scraps of paper in, scissors, a sponge, a bowl of water, an electric nail filer or Citadel mold line remover, the decal itself, a drying stand, like ours, the Lego figure you want to decal, clear sealant, and a steady arm. If your Lego figure you want to decal still has printing on it, you will also need over 1,000 grit wet sandpaper to remove it, or you can use metal polish with a Q-tip as well. All the supplies we used are linked down in the description below using our Amazon affiliate links, which support our channel at no extra cost to you, so please make sure to check those out. The decals we got are from Thiccybrickie Coffemug decals, which you can buy at Venom Paintball Shop or Blue Harvest Bricks, and Jonak Toys. The Phase 2 helmets and pilot helmets are from JB Brick Shop on Instagram, the Commando helmets are from AV Figures, and the bodies and legs are from Bricks and Pieces on Lego.com. Links to their websites are down in the description below. We also have many discount codes for these websites, so they will be included with the links. We got many different types of decals as you can see here. First, we made the normal Phase 2 Trooper because these are the least valuable and we don't mind if we mess up on them. The first time you decal, mistakes are very easy to make, and doing a less valuable, easier figure is a good way to start. Also, getting 2 of the decal sheet is a good idea, that way if you ruin part of the decal, you can replace it with a part from the other decal. When we decaled, we started by using sandpaper to scrape off any printing from the torso. This can also be done with metal polish as I mentioned earlier. Then we cut out the decal. When cutting out the decal, make sure to cut it incredibly tight to the design, because if it isn't, it is very easy to mess up the decaled figure. This will cause the final product to not look as nice. If you need to, use an X-Acto knife for extra precision. Next, take your figure apart, including the arms and the legs from the hips. Give your arms yellow hands so that they will not get covered in sealant when you seal your figure. After that, we used an electric nail filer to grind down the hip, basically the part over the legs. This is called carving. This is done because the hip part is too close to the leg. This causes the decals to scrape off. It can also be done less easily with an X-Acto knife or mold line remover. This can be seen in this comparison here of a normal Lego figure hips versus carved Lego figure hips. Next, for the fun part. First, we dip the decal in the bowl of water for around 20 seconds. Then we carefully took off the decal and placed it onto the figure, making sure that the decal doesn't fold over itself. Once the decal is positioned correctly on the figure, we use the sponge to push any air bubbles out of the decal. This makes sure that there's no water left and the decal will stay on your figure. If your decal starts to dry and it is in the incorrect position, dip your finger into a bowl of water and back onto the decal. After all the decals are applied, they should dry for about 5 hours and then be sealed. we used matte clear enamel sealant. Be careful not to apply too much sealant because it will ruin the figure. It takes about 2 hours for the sealant to dry. If the decals are touched before the sealant dries, they will be destroyed. Also, we want to say thank you very much to CT5597 on Discord who helped us with our first time decaling so that we got everything right. And if you would like, you can join our Discord, which is linked down in the description below, where you can ask him or us any questions you have. This is not a tutorial for decaling LEGO figures, but just an overview and some tips we found especially helpful. Some figures need pauldrons and camas. These can be placed on the figures after you've sealed them. Making these is quite easy. All you need to do is cut them out just like the decals. Many of the decal suppliers make cloth pauldrons and camas, but if you don't want to pay for them, you can use our videos on how to make them out of paper, which are linked down in the description below. After we completed our first 2 Phase 2 clone troopers and were more confident in our skills, we decaled more complex troopers like Captain Hauser and a few shock troopers. These have more difficult helmets and complex designs. These were all Jonak toys because his are the most simple. These turned out very well. Then we made some Coffemug decals. Coffemug decals has arm printing unlike Jonak. First, we tried arm printing, which was not very difficult compared to the helmet, and then we tried a few new helmet designs. First, Phase 1. This was the easiest, very similar to the Phase 2 helmets. Next, Phase 2 pilot helmets. These were a bit more difficult because of the extra details on them. Finally, we tried commando helmets. These were the most difficult because of all the intricate parts and how you have to get one piece aligned over the whole helmet. After we had tried these decals, we tried some of Thiccybrickie's decals. These are quite similar to Coffemug's. And eventually, we made a small army. This includes 4 pilots, Delta Squad, and many legions of Phase 2 troopers. Our favorite Thiccybrickie decals are Wolfie, Fordo, the Immunalist Arc Trooper, and Thorn. Our favorite Coffemug decals are Hawk, Hauser, and Scorch. And our favorite Jonak decals are the Bark Trooper and the Phase 2 Grunts. We really enjoyed making decals and definitely think you should try it out. Doing your first decal may take time and be frustrating, but the final product is definitely worth it. In many cases, the custom decaled figure is better than the LEGO version, realistically and on your wallet. Decals are a very cheap way to get LEGO clones, the cheapest ones costing about $4, depending on the pauldrons and added details. They also look very similar to LEGO, as you can see here. One con of decaled LEGO is that the decals can scratch off. If you play with your decaled LEGOs often, the decals may fade and scratch. But they will be fine if they are displayed and used with care. If you are interested in buying decals from Coffemug Decals, Jonak Toys, or Thiccybrickie, and you would like to support us, we have promo codes in the description for all these fine sellers. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Greatly appreciated. Also, let us know what mocks you'd like us to make with these decaled LEGO clones. So, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time on Sanders 3 Studios. Bye!